The fantastic Tina Turner on BBC Radio London. I'm Jumoke Fashola. It's 12 minutes past 3 o'clock. I'm in for Joe Good. So I'm taking your calls about musicals, but I also want to throw in what jobs have you ever done to get into a gig or a party? So you know how you can volunteer, you could be security, you could waitress, etc., etc. We'd love to hear from you. If you've ever tried to get into some sort of really bigwig event by saying, I'll work for nothing, I'll wear a tabard, just let me in, 0207 224 2000. And of course, we move from the seriousness of the election to my next guest, who will definitely make you smile. Guy Hayward and Adam Drew are the political comedy duo Bounder and Cad. They started out as a two-man rat pack when they found out performers got free tickets to the college ball. No, you're not cheap at all. Not cheap at all, the two of you. Anyway, from there, they've entertained royalty and political figures, and they've just finished a couple of new songs to coincide with the election, and they're going to perform some of that for us this afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the programme, because I know Joe loves you both.
Oh, the feeling is mutual. You. Lovely to be back.
And so you met at Cambridge. I suppose that's where in a choir.
Yeah. Not so rock and roll, but yeah, we sang in choirs together and thought it'd be fun to sing some jazz. So that's how we sort of ended up singing together, and then it sort of took on a new life as we started writing these sort of cheeky, political, satirical lyrics.
Yeah.
Adam got bored on a train.
Did he?
And wrote this song about Prince Harry, and I just looked at it and I thought, wow, gosh, we were just doing rap jazz until then, but I thought this is a new direction.
What was in your repertoire? Because I'm a jazz singer, so I want to hear. What was in your repertoire as the Rat Pack? Were you doing a
lot of the classics like "Lady Is a Tramp"?
Oh, nice.
Lullaby of Birdland.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Look, Be a Lady. Lots of songs involving the moon as well. Moon River.
Yes.
Almost
the
like
moon.
Being in Love.
Blue Moon. All the moon songs basically.
Polka dots and moonbeams.
Oh God. Moon, obviously there's a full moon tonight, I think, or was last night. So, and then you've gone on to write these satirical songs. How do you know when you've hit the mark? Because of course you have to write them in such a way that you don't cause offence, but you at the same time prick people's balloons. Let's put it that way.
That is a beautiful way of putting it. Well, funnily enough, we had a very lucky first ever gig in London, which was at 10 Downing Street, and I feared we pricked a few too many balloons that time. This was a few years ago during the last coalition government that we knew, Cameron and Clegg. And we came up with this cheeky rewrite of Me and My Shadow. Another classic, I'm sure you know, but about Cameron and Clegg.
But of course, we realised that it'd be only right to pass Mr. Cameron's aides and just to check whether he was okay with the lyrics.
Right.
And it went through all through the email ranks, right to the top, but they said no. I'm afraid it's very funny, but too close to the bone, and so should not be performed.
But then the twist was, after Mr. Cameron had left the party, the official line was it was never performed, but they really enjoyed our song. So,
oh my goodness me! So you sneakily performed it.
I think one of them actually came up to us after and said, "You know what you are, guys? You're the Pussy Riot of Whitehall."
I bet that's on all your publicity, isn't it? It's all on your publicity. Well, you've kindly come in. Ben is sat poised at the piano. You're kindly going to perform two songs for us. What's the first one you're going to do?
Sure. Well, obviously there's been so much going on with politics and that, but a moment that stood out for us was when the Mays were on the One Show, and Philip was asked about the time when he first met his soon-to-be wife.
Yes.
And he remarked that it was love at first sight.
Oh.
And say what you will, but that just seems like such a lovely moment. We couldn't resist exploring that.
Okay, all right, take it away.
So, and also to add to that, it's been said that Jeremy Corbyn wants to take us back to the 70s.
So let's give that a whirl.
Picture the scene. It's 1976.
You're at the Oxford Conservative Disco, and Benazir Bhutto introduces you to a girl.
Yeah, it's that situation.
Your name is Philip May.
Or PM to your friends.
You ask the girl what her name is, and she replies,
Theresa.
The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Theresa.
It's love from the moment he sees her. Oh my lord, she's a preacher man's daughter, a foxy nerd.
Theresa.
I'd take out the bins just to please her.
Hail Empress, hail Caesar. Theresa, my ice queen who sleeps in the freezer.
When labour's in a flap, she'll crush 'em in a snap.
Can't lose.
Theresa, a landslide of votes guarantees her.
Okay, she might seem mean, but wowzers, have you seen her shoes? Theresa,
Vote for her and just be contented. Skip school lunches.
and tax the demented?
School breakfast means breakfast.
Theresa, with U-turns so slinky, you teaser.
Remainer turned Brexit appeaser.
Slice Lisa, it stinks.
I'll Febreze her.
Theresa,
The media shy NHS squeezer. She'll dare to take the jump. She'll even hold the hand of Trump.
Theresa, all those old Labour votes she's absorbing.
So who cares if the kids vote for Corbyn?
Theresa,
Tough lover.
but no Ebenezer. So is it a shoo-in?
Or just maybe May.
Theresa.
Sorry, I've got the giggles. It's just so brilliant. It's just so brilliant. I mean, Adam, do you do most of the writing? Is that right?
I do. I'm the words geek.
The words geek. And do you lie in your bed at night going, oh, that would be a nice little ditty to do something to? I mean, is there, how are they ever very difficult to write, or do they come off from the pen?
It really varies. Often I spend a long time thinking about the idea, but as soon as you say here, Theresa, in your head, the idea just goes from there. But no, sometimes it can be quite torturous. But, but this one came quite quickly, luckily. Because obviously the story's changing. And
the story is changing, and presumably you're looking at it now going, what rhymes with hung Parliament?
Well, maybe we shouldn't say it this time of day.
I was just thinking, I've walked into a trap there myself. Now, where are you performing? Because you've got, you're going to be, where are you going to be on the 22nd and the 24th of July?
Well, it's 22nd of June that we'll be live at Zedell, in which is Brasserie Zedell near Piccadilly.
Yeah. And nice space.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't know that it's there.
Yeah, it's a real sort of hidden gem. Actually.
Great restaurant as well. Massive restaurant.
Yeah, it's got that
nice.
kind of midnight in Paris magic. You know, there's nothing going on the street. Then you go through this little door and you go underneath. There's this huge, amazing ballroom.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of people there. It's this extraordinary place. Lovely to perform there. And we're also performing on the 24th of July there, and at Petworth Festival, 18th of July as well.
And also a little appearance this Sunday in Suffolk. There's a pretty little village called and a very cool guy called Ian Kelly, who's a sort of actor and writer, the only ever man to have both written and appeared in a West End show. And he's hosting a little arts festival in and if you're around there on Sunday at 2 p.m, you can catch a bit of Bounder and Cad.
But if you can't get there, we do actually have a YouTube channel, a Bounder and Cad YouTube channel, so check it out.
How much of a challenge is it to get work, though? Are you now on that role where people know who you are and therefore they're all in touch with you, or do you still have to do the kind of arty plug time and time again?
Well, we're a bit weird, so I think it's usually people who've seen us who then refer us to other people who kind of get it. So it's mainly word of mouth that we're getting. But I think that there was a lady who got in touch who's having a 40th birthday party. I think just sort of saw her stuff on YouTube, so we're doing that on the 1st of July. And maybe...
So you do private commissions as well?
Yeah.
So we could invite you to bespoke songs to write a song about the person.
Absolutely.
Or the...
We'll even write a song about your iguana, you know.
I've been craving that commission.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone listening right now who's thinking, oh, that's a good idea for my wife or my daughter. Now, we're going to turn from the political to picnics, I understand.
We are.
So tell me about the next song you're going to do.
Well, a natural progression, hopefully. We've been hearing so much about these sort of political goings-on, so it's time to sort of enjoy the approach of summer and celebrate one of our favourite outdoor pursuits. If you go down to the woods today, you'll witness a quaint display. They've cut the quail eggs, the roulards rolled, they're crisping the creme brulee.
They'll shun the wasps and beat off the bugs to sprawl about and eat off their rugs.
Today's the day the British will have their picnic. The skies are grey and the clouds are black, but it'll be such a lark.
They'd pass the hummus and prep the pims while Noah would build his ark. Their brollies buckle, their napkins fly.
They may be drenched, but the Sauvignon's dry.
Today's the day the British will have their picnic.
Ziploc bags and Tupperware, but something always leaks, there's vinegar in the Eton mess. Stretch out till your trousers tear and pour the dressing on your summer dress. Refuse that extra treat you'd like, so you can resent the type that gobbles the last eclair.
But Pim's the clock will go on so long as you pass the bottle round, because you're stuck in your folding chair.
They've lost the corkscrew,
The dog's been sick.
the cheeses have caused distress.
This flan is ghastly.
I made it.
Oh, I thought it was M&S.
They've seen the dog is kept on a leash,
Then tottered back and stepped on a quiche. Today's the day the British will have their picnic.
Ziploc bags and Tupperware, but something always leaks, there's vinegar in the Eton mess. Stretch out till your trousers tear
And pour the dressing on your summer dress.
Refuse that extra treat you'd like, so you can resent the type that gobbles the last eclair.
But Pim's the clock will go on so long as you pass the bottle round, because you're stuck in your folding chair.
Oh, how brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's so true about the weather as well. Honestly, they'll sit there as if, nothing's happening, and yet it's all raining around. Well played, Ben, by the way. That was a really, nice, jolly old song, as they say. Alison has just called to say she loved the Theresa May song. She was giggling along, listening. She wants to know where to find out more. So this is your opportunity to tell us the website and the YouTube tracks, etc., etc.
Well, the YouTube channel is Bounder and Cad, and the same goes to the website, bounderandcad.com.
And Alison, if you're into Instagram, please follow us as well.
If you're into pictures, the way you said it, Alison, if you're into Instagram, I'm like, that sounded a bit saucy.
Sorry, Alison.
Twitter, Facebook, it's all there.
It's all very wholesome as well.
I can't help tease you, but thank you ever so much for coming in. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really joyful thing to hear on a day like this, where everybody's had their head in their hands to a certain degree. Adam and Guy and Ben, thanks so much for coming in. Bounder and Cad. And give me that website one more time.
bounderandcad.com.
Marvellous. Thanks, guys. More from the politics side of things straight after the news and travel. Let's have a bit of this first of all, though.
Close the shop, let's take a drive.